1,000 about it because, I come from an entrepreneur background. So I created my schedule, but my schedule wasn't nothing necessarily like boom, 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 boom. And for the very fact of that very well may be why I hadn't got to my M's yet either. You dig what I'm saying? But I know exactly, it's crazy because we both are careers, bro. So I know exactly what you're saying. But I'm a backtrack just for a second to edify what you and Eli was saying too. Because it's a famous saying that everybody we all know is like stuck in the back of our head just because of the fact we all hustlers. And that saying is you don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You feel what I'm saying? And it's certain things where you already have masterful energy in. Like even with this podcast, you are already picking up masterful energy. What I will say is anybody that's super successful with whatever it is that they're doing that they've mastered, you want to know how long it took for them to get to accomplish that? 10,000 hours. You feel me? And I know we all know that. You feel what I'm saying? It takes 10,000 hours. You feel me? So at the very least, in order to answer what you already know truly, internally, essentially, whatever you're going to put your all into, you got to give it 10,000 hours at the end of the day. Yeah, for sure. Because at the end of the day got to end. You know what I'm saying? Glorilla.
To be able to like be that structured, oh fuck, I got you on the wrong jump. To be that structured, you gotta really have your shit together, bro. You can't that's the thing. Like you have to be one with yourself in order to be locked in on that type of level, bro. And that's the thing. Like that takes great fucking dedication. It takes great dedication to be one with your routine, with your ritual, with your, you know what I'm saying? Like to have that in order to be that structured that we want to be, it takes a lot, bro. We talking about like, when we say no outside and like distractions, you have to think about even the people that you love dearest are your biggest distractions in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like me, like I want to eat healthy, but I got kids that they not gonna eat everything that I eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to work out, but my wife ain't gonna come work out with me in the morning. Right. Like that's just not what she wants to do. So at that point, you have to have great structure, bro. That shit is hard as fuck. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, I've been that nigga. I've been waking up at 4 a.m. I done been going to sleep at fucking 10. I done been vegan. I done been vegetarian. I done alkaline. I done fasted for fucking 5 days. I done did a smoothie diet for 60 days, right? But then life settles in and then I fall off. Yeah. And then next thing I know, I'm looking in my mirror and I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? What happened to all that work I did? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like I want to be that. You know what I'm saying? And we can look at other people's life. Like I could be like, man, I wish I was tall like Mike, or I wish I was like Eli. I wish I could move around you know what I'm saying? Like all these different things. We could do that. But at the end of the day, like that's just not how it is for us, bro. It's not always gonna be, you know what I'm saying? We could just live our life how we want to do, bro. It's really like you got to manipulate your matrix. You got to manipulate your reality so that you can live the way that you need to live for you, for your own happiness. Because if not, you're going to pick apart your life and then you're going to think that you're depressed and you're not even depressed. You got everything that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the issue. Like that's really where that shit be for me. Like I really be struggling with that shit, bro.
And you just got to lock in on that one, bro, and allow for that to let everything else unfold. And know that you, just because you can't do everything all at one time, doesn't mean that you won't be able to do everything either. You feel me? Like, it'll be at other times you do it. Like right now, this is your path. This is your purpose. You operating in your purpose. And you operating in this purpose right here is going to open up a lot of doors for a lot more shit. And give you time and space and energy to do all that other shit too.
So you believe that you believe that everything is perfect timing. So in a sense, sometimes you gotta make the sacrifice. Even though I want to be a skinny, tatted nigga that's shirtless everywhere, I gotta put in time over here real quick so then I can acquire that reserve time for me to become that skinny nigga. Sure. I want it now, bro.
I know.
I want it now.
But if that's the case, then right? Carbon and pressure make diamonds. So you a carbonated being. go ahead and endure this pressure. You gotta endure
that pain, that pressure.
That's
Fall in love with that pain.
That's facts. That's back to what you said
Come
about
on,
that falling
bro.
in love with the pain, bro.
Fall in love with it, bro.
And I said, like, to fall in love with pain, bro, you gotta be a psycho, bro.
In a certain way, you
Like
feel me?
you gotta have that crazy.
You gotta have the mentality. Look, you do have to change your mentality for real, because it ain't an easy path to go down that way for real. Because when you're in the gym or just going through life and you're going through pain, it's kind of hard to actually be like, well, you fall in love with it, and you can't just fall in love with it off rip. You first have to accept it. You feel me? Once you accept it, all right, then it's like, you fall in love with accepting what's happened to you. So that's why, all right, I'm falling in love with pain. So I'm working out, I'm going through a stressful situation. It's like, all right, bet. Like, I accept it, and I know why I'm doing it, and I know what's gonna happen for me afterwards. So let me fall in love with this, because I know what it's gonna do for me, instead of just pushing it away and negating it. Because if I do that, I'm just gonna be the person that I don't want to be.
That's facts, bro. And add to that, man, at the end of the day, in order for you to really achieve and accomplish anything that we're talking about right now, you got to be crazy enough to think you could do it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
You feel
Some
me?
people don't think they can. They don't believe at themselves at all.
Straight up. Straight up.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, and that's what I was saying is like, I be depressed from time to time, bro. But I feel like I was telling him too, is like, I want to get to a point where I can control my reality from being affected by trauma, right? So or just negativity, or just like, I want to live in a meditative state where I can always just be zen the fuck out, right? So for example, like, let's say somebody called you and they called you with bad news. Instantly, your reality has shifted to living in trauma. Like, if you heard somebody died, right? Your reality now becomes that, oh my God, reality. Is like, oh my God, I lost. And now you have to become completely immersed and compromised within that emotion. And I was like, sometimes I get tired of that, because I don't want to be that way, bro. Like, I want to be in control of how my reality affects me spiritually. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be controlled by the world. This is just back to like social media. Like, seeing all these different posts, you see, you'll see the USA basketball, then you'll see some like Anunnaki, ancient wisdom type shit, but then you see some George Bush type of shit, or, you know what I'm saying, some politics ass shit. But then after that, you see like some shit that happened in Syria and all these different things, right? And like, at that point, my emotions are being so controlled. But then think about how intense it is when your actual reality is being controlled by trauma because of the people that's in your environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my wife is mad, out of nowhere, I notice that I'm getting mad. And I want to be able to be like on some Jedi shit, like, no, block. Back to what I was telling you about, like that hello, good morning shit. Like, I want to be able to control that shit. I know that everything is a spell. I know everything is a ritual. So at that point, like, I want to be in control so I could be like, block, all right, let me focus here. Like, I want to be able to do that. And it's like, I suffer because I feel like I have to be one with my trauma, because, like, let's say if my significant other loses somebody and I don't give her the sympathy that she needs or the emotion that she needs, then I'm a fucked up husband. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, okay, maybe I'm fucked up because I want to live in a meditative state, because I don't want to be affected by anything. At that point, I just want to be like when I say meditative state, I'm talking about the feeling that you get when you're meditating. I want to be in that. I want to live in that reality, because now I'm in control. I'm in control of my thoughts. I'm in control of how the world is affecting me. I can create any situation that I want. And soon as something negative comes in my brain, I could just swipe that bitch out, keep it moving, and think up a new thought. Does that make sense, or am I talking crazy?
Nah, I'm saying, like, I believe you can. You can get there. And I'm like, how you think you're gonna get there? That's my question. As you talk about it, I'm like, how you gonna get there?
Man, I can't even say it.
I can tell him.
I
know exactly.
Let me hear.
It's all about detachment, bro.
I like that.
It's detachment. Because at the end of the day, man, bro, I had to be reminded, right? Like, in my last relationship, we did the whole marriage counseling and all that. But I had to be reminded by another person, like, even if she's going through whatever she's going through, that's for her to deal with. That has nothing to do with you. It ain't for you to take on parts of it. None of that. Because you love her, you want to help. You want to try to make it better and all that. But then that makes you develop this idea of being a fix-it or a fixer. And it ain't your job to be a fixer no more than it is your job to not be her therapist. You're her husband. She can go and get help with whatever she's dealing with from someone that's designed and that's their purpose to do so. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not we're not designed to be our wives, therapist, trainer, this person, you know what I'm saying? It's our job to be setting specifically exactly what the divine called us to be. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody else is designed to play their parts in order to make this place a better fucking place at the end of the day.
So you're saying don't compromise yourself for
Absolutely.
someone else's Okay,
Absolutely.
So like if you're in a relationship and one person is unhappy, don't sit here and play into the unhappiness because you're going to create unhappiness.
Absolutely. Because energy travels and emotion is energy in motion. So at the end of the day, if you allowing for it, because we all got free will, right? If you're gonna will that energy to come onto your life, if you're gonna do that because you feel like that's what you should be doing, then don't fucking complain about it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about?
You said detach. So it's like, if you allow that to come to you, it's like you attaching like a little string, like come here, come to me, instead of just not allowing that attachment to be there.
Yeah, that's one thing I've gotten better at that, like specifically, it sounds heartless sometimes because when you think about someone, because I'm an empathy person, I'm an empathic person by nature. So like when I say certain things, I care about someone else's feelings. Like it's like with my children, right? It's like sometimes with my children, like my oldest daughter, she'll tell me something and I don't really give a fuck about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like, because I feel like it's a waste of energy, right. But I feel like in the back of my brain, I'm like, what about her emotions? Right. So how she feels? How do you convert that? Because you do have to care though. These are, you know what I'm saying? Like I still have to put my emotions first, right. But I have to still transform it in a way that it's still acceptable to her so that it doesn't offend her, because like we have to care about our people. We have to care about our family. If not, something that you care about the most, it would be ripped apart. Like if I told my wife, I don't give a fuck about you, your feelings and this and that, right? She might leave me and then I'm going to be destroyed. So there has to be a way to like convert that and be like, all right, look, I'm not going to be affected by this, but I can help you in this manner, or I can understand you know what I'm saying, what you're going through or something like that. What are you about to say?
I was going to say, I can do what I can. I'm not going to do what I can't. You feel me? So I'm going to help out as much as I can. I'm going to do what I can as a man, what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not going to keep overstepping that boundary trying to do too much and then it compromise my spirit. You feel me? Now I'm hurting. Now I'm in your same space. And it's because of who? It's looking
and now
like
we both ain't shit at this point. You see what I'm saying? Now we both fucked up.
Like, I want to do as much as I can. I will. I always will. And I always will go even more. So now me going even more, I'm like, damn, I had to sit back sometimes think like, I'm doing this to myself. I can't even blame her. I can't even blame the other person, whoever it is. If you're not in a relationship with a girl, it could be like with one of your bros and just certain things that y'all got to do. I'm like, see, can't always help my bro out if he's not trying to help himself out.
That's fast. I had to cut off one of my homies because of that, because I didn't help the nigga so many times that now the nigga don't even, like, he can't even help himself. And I realized, because my thing was like, what if something happened to bro? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else gonna look out for this nigga. And it was on me. Like, I'm like, nah, I could uplift bro. I didn't gave him a place to stay, this and that. Only for the nigga to turn around and put himself back into the situation that he was in, that I saved him from. And it was like, nigga, at this point, I gotta realize this. Like I'm gonna refer to the Buddha thing, right? I realize I am a beacon of light. At that point, my nigga, you want to live in the hell realm. I can only inspire you by walking in my true essence, but I cannot pick you up and carry your weight. You got to carry your own fucking weight, my nigga. It's not on me to lift you up. You got to get yourself out the trenches. Just because I'm up out of there don't mean I could do anything for you. Back to what I said, it's only on you to save yourself. Like, and that's like these, I don't know if y'all notice, I got dual personalities because sometimes I want to be that victim. Sometimes I want to be, yo, can you save me? help me, bro. I'm struggling. Help me with the podcast, bro. Hey, bro, I'm going to this. But then that warrior instinct kick in and it be like, nah, nigga, you gonna have to get up.
Yeah.
You gonna have to just take it on the chin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No Diddy.
Nah, but that's what being entrapped by the energy space of an aquatic being is, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy thing, because we're the humanitarians at heart that suffer from a God complex. Ain't that wicked. The biggest conundrum ever?
That's wicked.
Dead ass serious. You feel me? So it's an everyday battle when it comes to that shit. I have my times where I want to try to save on some J. Cole shit. You know what I mean? But then I wake up sometimes, I'm just like, fuck everybody. I don't give a fuck. This bitch can burn down the day, nigga. I'm eating my cheeseburger like about time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might sound crazy to a lot of people, but that, like, and your power for real may be in your empathy. See, that's something I'm having to learn.
Oh, you're not an empathetic person?
Not naturally. No, I'm naturally detached. I'm as fuck.
You lucky.
Oh my gosh. Bro, my sun is in Aquarius and my rising is in Leo. Those are the opposite. Those are the sister signs. You see what I'm saying? And Leos are they naturally nonchalant. They could be detached.
That's wicked.
Yeah, so yeah, my job is I'm having to learn empathy and all of that, and that's what I'm doing right now at this point. Because I'm still working on that, my guy. No cap.
Yo, but that's all right. So that's what I was just thinking. I was thinking about sometimes I have that villain complex. So we talk about the God complex, but sometimes I have that villain complex where a piece of me want to destroy everything, right? And I feel like that's the side of me that, back to what I said, like, I don't want to say afraid of, right, but I don't want to show the world, right? It's like I'm an angel on the outside, but I'm a demon within. People don't understand that. Like, that might sound so crazy or whatever, or bad or whatever, but like, I've been hurt so much in my life. I'm one of them Aquarius. I'm like, I've been hurt so much in my life. Like, I want to make y'all pay. I want to make the world pay for the suffering that I fucking endured. Like, for all the fucking people that stabbed me in my back and fucking shitted on me and try to make me seem like I was crazy, a part of me want to kill them all, right? But because I'm a fucking light being, I have to love them, bro. Like, that shit is scary, bro. Like, nigga, I want to kill y'all, right? But I gotta love you. Like, only way I can complete my mission is if I love you, bro. Like, that shit sucks because I can sit with that. And I'm like, I gotta do this shit because I gotta shit on y'all. I gotta show y'all how to really do this shit the right way. But I fucking hate you. You know what I'm saying? I hate you to death. I hate your guts. What's your sign?
Pisces.
Oh, yo, Pisces, okay.
Yeah.
So we could kick it.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm saying, when y'all talking about empathy, like, I've always been empathetic. And again, my last conversation, I said somebody called me sensitive, or people used to call me sensitive. From that, I used to be like, all right, bet, let me like desensitize myself and not be sensitive. And I'm like, so that's why I got empathy, but I don't got sympathy for people. Like, I don't want people to have sympathy for me. Like, I feel how you feel and I understand that, but if you want me to just feel sorry for what you're going through and you're not doing anything to get out of it, you feel me? I'm not finna do that my whole life. I can't. Like, I do feel how you feel, and again, the understanding, understanding, overstanding. After all of that, I'm like, bro, all right, what you gonna do? He or she, what you finna do about your life circumstances? Like, how are we gonna change? Are you gonna change? That's up to you. Like, I feel what you're going through, bro, and you have to have your mindset right. If it's not right, shit, nigga, you're done for. You're done
your
for.
problem.
That's on you. That's on you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of them people, when I detach from people, I just go ghost. I hate being that nigga that, like, I don't like telling people how it is because instantly they think I'm this fucked up person. So instead of me having to like tell you what you need to recognize yourself, I just stop talking to you. I don't give a fuck. Like, I go ghost on you. Like, and I give people chances too. Like, I'm a 3-chance type of nigga. But when I'm done with you,
3.
I'm done with you. Like, I do not fuck with you. We're not going back. I'll never trust you again. None of that shit. Because at this point, you didn't made a fool out of me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't make me look stupid as fuck. So at that point, like, and I have a hard time trusting people too. Yep. But when I love people and I trust people, I really go to war for niggas, bro. Like, that's the crazy thing.
I love you.
Sure.
That's
loyal to a fault. That's what that in Aquarius, I don't know what it is. I'm the same way though, bro. Like, straight up. Cause my biggest pet peeve is don't fucking play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. And what I mean by that is don't think I'm stupid. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to play me for a fool. When I already got this God complex, I already slick feel like I'm smarter than everybody in the room.
I feel that way too.
You to feel like you can play with me, you really got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, so for me, those are like those like irreversible roads that nobody can go back down. You know what I'm saying? And that might not be that big of a deal to other people. For other people, it might be other shit. But for me, like trying my intelligence on things, oh man, that shit irks the hell out of me. And I don't give nobody, you don't get the enjoyment of getting the opportunity of trying me again, like straight up, because then I feel stupid. I hate telling myself I told you so. Oh,
I hate making a fool out of myself.
My God,
I just be like, why would you play with me when you know that I would kill you?
Come on now.
Like it sucks being that way. It's like, nigga, you didn't know that I was loving you, but like on everything, if you keep on playing with me, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. Like why are you playing with me? Like, and it sucks to be that way, bro.
I just see when you say, I feel like people, like, even though we don't want people to do that to us, play with us and doing stuff like that, I feel like my little balance thing with people in the world, they're going to do that.
For sure.
There's never going to be a time where someone doesn't play your intelligence, doesn't play you and think that you're not something that you know what you are, but they're going to play you like you're not. And you like, hold the fuck on. Like, and I feel y'all on there, for sure. And I can see, I'm like, as much as we don't want niggas to feel that way, but they're going to.
That's facts.
Like, niggas going to try you. As much as I try to want to be like a big dog, you feel me, and walk around like, I want nobody to say nothing to me and not play with my intelligence, somebody gonna be out here and play with you like you're a nobody. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, you don't have anything to offer. Like, you have no value within you. Come on, don't let them do you like that. But again, remember, somebody will, okay? You got to be strong when they try you.
That's true. And you know what's crazy? Damn, man, it's one of the 7 universal principles. I used to know them by heart.
Okay. I got a couple.
You got like the law of cause and effect, you got the law of rhythm, the law of polarity.
Yep.
You got the law of
cause and effect.
We just said that one, but it's the other one. It's not the law of cause and effect.
Correspondence.
There you go.
That's what that is. Because that's one of the major things as far as living as an earthling, as a human being, is that law of correspondence. Life is supposed to be transformative. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like just like we said, when it came to the carbon and the, you know what I mean, and the pressure.
Yeah, back to pressure.
You feel me? That's a transformative. That's alchemy. You know what I'm saying? Those are
everything is alchemy.
Alchemy. Yeah, say it again.
So without the transformation, you know what I mean? Without the transformation, it's nothing. There's nothing to achieve. There's nothing to look forward to. It's nothing to look back on. It's no hindsight. It's 20/20 vision. You know what I mean? So it's an energy and a concept or a principle that's so necessary to boost us to whatever new heights, bro. That's just what it is.
Nah, yeah, that's facts. I think about all that shit too. I was, as you were saying that, I was thinking how being at a like super enlightened state, like how I view the world now. Like, I view the world like people think that I'm unintelligent based upon my appearance, based upon the culture that I represent, right? And that's the reason why I like having the podcast with people in another culture.
For sure.
Is because I want to show people that how intelligent we are. So I was watching that Terrence Howard joint. Terrence Howard, right?
Yeah.
The actor. So I was watching his joint, but the second one on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I don't really like talking about celebrities, but I'm going to bring it up. And he had sat down with this scientific dude, right? And my issue with the world is that when I don't present things in the light that they understand, so if I don't use certain verbiage, if I'm a thinker, like when I say I'm a super thinker, so like I don't give a fuck if the earth is flat, if it's round, right? I think that anything is possible because I've never stood outside of the fucking earth, right? So at that point, like, I think that everything is possible. So so then
anything is possible.
Facts. Then when I'm in the world, I realize that most of the people, like when I go in the grocery store, I see everyone as like an NPC. And it sucks because there are other intelligent people, but I feel like when I look at most of the world, they took in what everyone said, this is what life is. They agreed to it, and then they're just on autopilot till they die. So when I try to have these conversations with people, I feel like it goes over their head. And even though they look at me as unintelligent, I'm looking at them like, you don't understand a word that I say.
Hey, for sure.
I'm talking over your head the entire time. Like, I can tell you about, like, I can sit here all day and be like, yeah, don't say good morning to me, bro. Say grand rising. Like, I can be one of them niggas, but I chose to the point where I was like, all right, I know what it is. Back to what I was telling you, I'd be like, all right, transform. Instead of saying good morning, I'm going to say, what's good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
That's how it is for me. So, like, being at an enlightened state, trying to interact with the world for me can be hard at times because I feel like a god.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm over these niggas. I feel like y'all niggas don't, and I hate using these certain type of vernacular, right?
Yeah, right.
I hate saying nigga all the time, but this is my culture. This is what I am.
Man, what?
Right? I'm a god though. I tell you that for sure.
Absolutely.
Right? But I feel like when I have these conversations with people, I feel like they cannot understand what I'm saying, bro. And it's to the point where I just choose not to interact with people at some point. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
For sure.
You can't really fuck with me. You're not on the frequency that I am on. So at that point, there's no point in even having a conversation with you.
Mm-hmm. I rock with that heavily.
They on that Matrix stuff.
Definitely.
You just say NPC just walking around. Neo took the pill.
What's that movie with dude that played Deadpool? I think it's called Guy or something like that. Y'all seen that? Where he's like an NPC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the movie is
I seen
epic.
that. I seen
Oh
that
my
joint.
God.
It's called Guy?
I think it's called Guy or something like that.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But he's an NPC.
It's like hella animated shit in that joint.
Consciousness.
Good guy, fly. I don't know. It's not fly guys.
It's some guy.
shit.
I see.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
y'all.
for sure.
Oh, you
I
got
gotta
to
watch
tap
that.
it.
See?
Oh my gosh.
And they be showing stuff like that in movies. They show a lot of stuff when it comes to consciousness and how we think and the awareness of the world in movies, but people don't take the time to think when it comes to food, when it comes to the stuff that they put in our information, like all the little small stuff. They put it all in your movies and TV shows, but we don't even try to take the time to think. Niggas don't think. Critically think. You think a little bit, but you don't critically think, bro.
Yeah, I was listening to this joint where they was talking about the wars that happen on Mars. Like, I don't know if y'all look into that.
The Galactic War.
It's the type of shit I really be
Star
into.
Wars.
I'm really a nerd. I'm really a nerd. So I was looking into this shit.
Years ago, you feel me? 100 years ago, before niggas came here.
So I started looking into this shit and I was like, okay, this is Star Wars. And then I started reading, I started watching these Star Wars on God.
Come on, bro.
Star Wars,
Right?
it's Star Trek.
Hey, these niggas is traveling with aliens and shit. Come on. Come on, bro.
So I started thinking, I was like, okay, how do I tap into my Jedi powers? If this is Star Wars, then I'm definitely a Jedi. I'll tell you that for sure.
Okay.
Right? So like I be looking at that shit and I'm like, all right, how, and this is back to what I was talking about, like that individuality. This is where I want to live. That's the space I want to live in because I want to tap into my Jedi powers. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is like the time that you need to tap into your Jedi powers, the type of silence, the type of no interaction with anyone or any outside entity to transform into those, the Jedi that you need to be for yourself, right? It takes so much time. But I'm like, okay, what are little things that I can do? Back to what I was saying is about those routines. Like, it's like, bro, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like, I want to live there and then control my reality from there. And then, I mean, you know, they say like we project into our body. Hopefully I'm not rambling.
No. I know,
right?
I'm following you.
But you know that they say like we project into our body. We're not truly here. But how do I live on that side so I can tap in, bro? I really want to.
You ain't living on that side until you tap out. The problem is when you get on that side after tapping out, you convince yourself to tap back in. Remember, if you study Gnosticism, that's exactly what you mean.
So what you mean? Are you talking about like death?
I ain't studied that, but no, that's something I wanted to get into. I've seen it, and I feel like that's
put us on game. Put us on game.
So like in Gnosticism, for lack of better words, or to break a long story short, we are these ancient, we're the great old ones, right? The most ancient, powerful gods.
Entities type shit, yeah.
Right, the essence of what we're created of.
The vibration.
And the soul, right?
There we go, yeah.
Right? And the gods that run the shit now, or the demiurge, that's our children. So the gods over like religion, you know what I'm saying? Allah and Yahweh, all this little shit, you feel me? Yeah. That's demiurge energy. Those are beings that are trapped between the third and the lower fourth dimension You know what I mean? They
For
can't
sure,
manifest
for
or
sure.
do nothing on the physical. That's why they're jealous of us. So they play with us.
Ooh,
You dig what I'm saying? They do shit like, oh God, if you give me this, that. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, like when you watch Clash of the Titans or if you study Greek mythology, Zeus and them, you know what I'm saying? These were the demiurge. You feel me? So and you know that this to be true because if you go back and watch Clash of the Titans, the kids, you know, Hera and them and Hercules, these motherfuckers will be like the humans are losing faith in us.
Yeah,
And
so they
Zeus will
losing
be
their power.
like,
We got to go
well,
back
do
down to
something
stone.
to
We got to
make-
go
to
for
bring-
sure, for sure.
reestablish their
Yeah,
faith.
for
Scary,
sure.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they don't got faith in them. They don't
Exactly.
even exist.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
They don't got no
Yeah,
power
they don't-
there.
what's in them-
Hold on.
What's in them
Speak to them.
or what was put in us give us the power to be way beyond what
Just
they could
be
ever
a god.
because they're
Shit.
limited. You know what I'm saying? It's like ghosts that can only stay in the astral realm or the spiritual realm.
yeah.
Meanwhile, us, we can hop in and out this bitch, surfboard. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah.
Do our thing. So in Gnosticism teaches you about how we're these ancient gods or ancient creation that fell asleep. And what happened was our children trapped us into like this time loop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? And what ended up happening was we forgot. We fell asleep for so long. We forgot what we were, where we were, all of that. And when we woke up, we had to deal with this baby brain. You feel what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And having to remember all over again.
That's
So we had to be like Hancock. He had to remember.
Yeah. He had to
dig what I'm
remember.
saying?
Damn,
Hey,
you a nerd, bro.
Hancock,
Come
he
on,
did it.
nerd. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I really be. Every movie I watch, dog, I'm dissecting the shit out
for
of
sure.
it.
I be on
Hancock
the
like
same.
that.
I be
Straight
on the
up.
same shit though.
Straight
Like
up.
I be watching movies with my third eye, and I be like, yo, it's so many movies that popped into my head when you were saying it, and I was like, but when you talking about the time loop, you talking about like how we live and die, right?
Yeah, and the father of time is Kronos. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
and what
lovely
did Kronos do? Kronos ate his babies.
That's crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? So
Now we stuck in time.
We stuck in time.
Ooh,
And it's a
that's crazy.
concept that don't exist. So we really getting played.
Yeah,
you
that's
feel me? Our humanity make us think that it's 12 and it's 720. You know what I'm saying? But time don't exist because
only-
time is really a vortex. And a vortex is eternal. It's infinite.
That nigga going
Go
break.
ahead and break it down, bro. You
dig
talking
what I'm
right now.
saying?
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
that.
you
We
got
need
me
that.
dead
Yeah,
serious,
we
dead
like
serious. So
that, for
yeah,
sure.
you feel me? And then what you do is when you study the Gnosticism, it ties right into like the Cypheras and shit like that, which is that, you know, that geometrical shit where it's like the triangle at the top and it's the straight lines and then it's the little Cypheras and the circles all throughout
for
and
sure.
shit.
I've seen that in anime.
Right?
I've seen that in anime.
Right?
Man. I've seen that in
And so,
anime.
and then
Hold on,
it'll be
what's
like
I know
the
exactly what
chakra
you're talking
alignment.
because you
feel
can
me?
goddamn put the little they
What
put
is
the
it called?
gems inside the bitches, little circles inside the bitches.
Type in Cypheras. It's like
That's-
CIPHERA or something like that. See if it'll pop up.
Cyphera. Yeah, no, that feel right. Take away the S. Just type in Cyphera. Image.
No, not ciphers. Hold on.
Let's
See
see.
if it'll pop up on some like. And I might be spelling it wrong.
No, I already symbols. Oh,
But you know what I'm saying? It's
no,
called
as soon as you
the
said when
Cypheras.
you broke down the little thing, I'm like, nah, I seen that in anime. I
Yeah,
watch
it's in
anime.
all
I don't watch
I watch
movies.
anime too.
You feel me? So
I'm trying to
like,
think what you talking about.
I be tapping in like it's
I'ma
in.
show
You
you
watch
when
Black
we live.
Clover?
I didn't watch Black Clover.
Yeah,
but I be watching
I
shit
just
like
watched
Full
that a
Metal
couple days ago
Alchemist,
with somebody.
Death Note. I be watching it. Like I'm an anime head too.
All right, nah, they put me on like just life, and when it comes to everything, they have different their chakras, where they want to be Ren or whatever the different system they got. It's all the same. Just talking about you have power within inside of you, and if you dig deep and actually go through the certain type of training to unlock it, you unleash the power that you got within inside of you.
Type in Malkuth. Or
Bro, these long ass words,
bro, that's the thing because these are different names of Malkuth. It should be either MALK or MALK Malkuth.
But OF, right?
Nope. I'm gonna
Because
find
that's
this
one of the
shit.
Cypheras is Malkuth. So in the Cypheras, your existence is based on you traveling to each Cyphera. And so you start off at one, which is like your root chakra. You start off at the bottom or in hell. You feel what I'm saying? Or in the excrement. You feel what I'm saying?
sacral.
Right? And then you try it's a kundalini.
No, I was thinking.
I'm about to tap into that. I'm about to tap into that. Yeah, I'm about to tap into that kundalini.
If you study like people like H.P. Lovecraft, who's the father of horror movies, like a lot of his movies is talking about these things. Like when you're talking about like Cthulhu and all that stuff, like it's literally talking, and it's all it is he's basically describing.
You found it?
I'm gonna find it, y'all.
Yeah, he's basically describing the journey that it takes from the falling, right? Falling from grace into the physical realm and finding your way back
to the
non-physical.
Yeah,
you remembering that you are the Titan. You're Thanos. You dig what I'm saying? Because the demiurge was the fucking Avengers. That's what they represent. Because they here to keep humanity fucking going. Thanos like, what the fuck?
We doing shit.
Yeah,
wrong.
fucking
Heroes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
War.
I didn't think that Thanos was a bad guy. I ain't gonna
Let's go
lie.
ahead and just stop. Half of y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all good.
What are we really doing? You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
funny.
So Thanos come from the planet of what? Titan.
Yeah.
We are the Titans. The
Oh,
Titans
classic
are the great old
My
ones.
God, this nigga is going.
Yeah.
Going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Yo,
serious.
you
I'm
spitting
trying to find a
bars.
little
Yeah,
thing.
man. So that's the real deal. That's the real deal journey, man. That's the journey of the hero. That's what Hey Ru talk about. That's the whole story behind Hey Ru, or the creeds of Apollo, or Apollo Creed. You feel what I'm saying?
No.
The whole series was about him remembering who the fuck he was.
That's crazy.
And then just like in Egyptian mythology, he had to redeem his father. Because Apollo Creed died. Yeah, so he had to, just like they say you in the Jesus story, he got to redeem. You feel the Redeemer. That's the
my
thing.
God.
He's the Redeemer in
he got
Christianity.
crazy right now.
In
Yeah.
Egyptian mythology,
Yo, that's crazy.
that's Hey Ru.
That's Hey Ru.
You feel me?
That boy
That's
done went
Hercules.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And each different one is somebody.
Each different one.
That's
Real talk.
crazy.
And you got Apollo. So that's the crazy thing, bro. So yeah. I ain't want to go too deep.
Nah,
into
you
it,
went crazy.
Nah, you did good.
Yeah,
You did
for sure,
great.
for sure.
Hold on, now we about to pull up that triangle joint you talking about.
Yeah, I'm
Hold on.
trying.
We about to
Yeah.
take a break. Hold on, let's take a
Facts.
break.
That's Amun Ra. Because Amun means hidden.
Okay.
Let me see that
You know what I'm
joint.
saying? Or
So what?
Abraham.
So this represents the chakras,
So
right?
this is so they normally when you see this picture, you'll see the chakras and all that, but it's literally it's a system in which you follow in order to get back to where you got to be back at. You see what I'm saying? And they go Ketha. You feel me? So yeah, bro, I'm about to.
And you said, what is this called?
This is called the actual name of this damn symbol. That's the thing I don't.
No, what's the theology behind it, or the?
Oh, you can find this in Gnosticism, but it's in esotericism. Period.
Got you.
Gnosticism is just one of the many paths. You know what I'm saying? You dive down, or the rabbit holes you dive down, because it's all fragment. It's all fragmented,
How
bro.
the fuck you had this much time to even dive into this
bro,
shit, boy?
Bro, remember
you
when
been
you
on
would
this
see
shit,
me?
yeah.
Remember you would
Facts,
see me on
facts.
Facebook
Facts,
all
facts.
them years ago?
Nigga, that shit crazy.
Rubbing feathers
boy.
wrong, bro. Yeah, I was studying, man. I was studying like crazy.
Nah, that shit crazy. Oh, there it go.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna send this.
Send me both of them joints.
This whole little site type.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I be trying to get into like that sacred geometry too, bro. Like I be looking up that shit. I just be lost from time to time, like trying to understand what that means, like the flower of life and shit. You tapped into that too?
Mm-hmm. I hope it come through right.
What is the flower of life? Like break it down. Do you know how to break it down? Like symbolize what it means type shit, or
Not
how do you
necessarily in a
explain that
sense.
shit?
So, like when it come to my understanding, bro, on when it comes to the flower of life, you talking about like the lotus, like the lily joint with the symbol, like that's
what the
flower of life
fuck? Like
joint.
when I be looking at this shit, I'm like, okay, like I've heard so many breakdowns about it.
See, I know about macabre. See, that's macabre, right?
The
there.
macabre, which is all right. So make sure I'm right. So when we talk about the macabre, we're talking about where our spirit dwells, right? Like I've heard it used as like the vessel, like your flesh can be your macabre. Am I saying it right?
Macabre.
We could be saying it wrong. It's okay.
So I've heard about like some people saying it's your flesh. I've heard some people it's a vessel somewhere else, kind of like those vessels where they woke up in the Matrix that's holding their real body, right? So I've heard about that, but what's your take on that shit?
So from my understanding, whether it's the macabre, y'all know what the hell we saying. Or the flower of life on some sacred geometry shit. Because I know like the flower of life is just a bunch of fucking circles that's overlapping.
It's the one came like this, the other one it wanted to keep
what the fuck does that mean, though?
It wanted to keep expressing itself. You feel me? Like that's what I heard. Like when you said that, I'm like that's what I was hearing, and I feel like who did I learn that from? It wasn't Billy. Did y'all ever used to listen to this guy called Young Pharaoh?
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know what he got going on now. You know, it shit went south.
Right.
But in the time when he was really preaching and shit, I remember he the one who said that. He the one who taught me. But he was like, look, so just imagine. I can't express what he said, but I just remember that day in my mind. I remember that circle, and he was like, imagine you wanted to express itself. I don't know like how he means that. I felt it when he said it, but I don't know how it actually happens. You feel me? So then he put another circle under that. All right, and then here it creates that loop. So then it creates another circle, and then it just when he just kept going, I'm like, oh, so that's how that shit made. I'm like, okay.
So what I got, I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut your wisdom. What I got from it is in all aspects of the physical plane, not only is like everything connected, but it's basically like he said, it's trying to express itself, and then it mirrors itself, and then it mirrors, and everything in life literally does the same exact thing.
In a way.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
In its own way. So it's like whether it's etheric or if it's physical,
like
that's
as above, so below.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. The whole understanding the as above, so below, as within, as without. Because that's what the macabre is. That's why it's in a 6-point joint. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, that shit crazy, bro.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about, because you was talking about bro, but I wanted to talk about that video you sent, that Billy Carson John.
Yeah.
So this is my thing. This is my take on it. I hate to switch the subject, but we got to talk on that shit. Right? So this is my thing with the spiritual classes, right? Picking up this information. I feel that the thing about it is what works for you, sure. Right? That's one thing we talk about. But then I feel like this, bro. I feel like there are scams in the spiritual thing. But if you lead, or within the spiritual journey, if you lead with the mindset of I'm going to get scammed, or this person's a scam, then chances are you're going to forever see them as a scam, and you're going to block yourself from getting the information. So I looked up the Billy Carson joint, and I fuck with Billy Carson for sure. Like, I don't really... The thing about it is all of us got a past, but everything that we talking about right now, somebody might tell you I did something horrendous, but that doesn't jeopardize who I am today.
And what you know saying.
What I'm saying? So when it comes to like them exposing, like I even seen like videos, them talking about 19 keys, and I was like, man, my baby mamas could say something crazy about me, right? But that's the thing, we evolve as beings, and if you allow yourself to get into like a place where you're trying to prove who's wrong and who's right, I think that you miss the whole message. The thing about us is that every being that you encounter, every human being that you work with, it's just like us. We got different experiences, but we can come together and we can learn something from each other, right?
Yeah.
So with that being, it's like I can have a discernment when I watch Billy Carson. I ain't going on his trips. I would love to,
right?
But
they sound fire.
I'm not listening to the information based upon his trips. I'm listening to his information based upon him talking about the Sumerian tablets. Right. And that's kind of my thing with everybody. Like, I fuck with everybody, but there are things that where I'm like, I don't really fuck with this person saying here for this conversation, right? But you got to pick and choose what you picking up.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I totally agree. Basically, it's like eat the fruit, spit out the seeds type shit. Take what resonates and then leave the rest on the table.
That's exactly what it is.
I'm with you on that. And I don't necessarily dislike or disagree with Billy. You feel what I'm saying? It's just that
what did you feel
for years, because I've been studying for as long as Pharaoh been out.
All right.
I'm talking about, I remember when Pharaoh, his first video went viral on Facebook.
Okay, for
he
sure.
Just getting this. He just posted
crazy
just to be on some. Like he wasn't even talking crazy. He was just getting his hair braided, bro. He was just getting his hair braided, and while he was getting his hair braided, it was like he was on his channel. He just going in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
to his Facebook friends, and the video just happened to go viral. So he wasn't even trying, dog. He got thrown into the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and this was like
2019, 2018?
Nah, this was before then.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, Pharaoh been out since like 2010, 2011, 2012 type shit. Yeah, this shit went viral like around then. You see what I'm saying?
Found out about my boy.
Yeah, so I was already watching because at the time I'm studying. So this is literally my path. I went from Christianity to atheism to Gnosticism.
Oh, you dwelled in the atheism realm?
I hit every last. I wanted to learn it all. Because to me, it's no such thing as evil knowledge. The knowledge itself ain't evil.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
So knowledge. What you do with it can make it evil.
Absolutely,
for sure.
And then when you get into esotericism, even those lines get blurred. Because now you're bringing more so your humanity into it. And esotericism tells you to leave your humanity at home. So it what it does is it trains you for that godhood, which is all about thought, because we are the ethers. There is no evil in the ethers.
It's
the only true evil is the entrapment of light, which is knowledge. Everything else is all this is
all
human
go.
bullshit.
This is exactly how life is. You
exactly.
Feel me?
This is paying bills.
Yeah, you
having to go hunt your food, and you know what I'm saying. But etherically, you ain't supposed to deal with none of that because it don't exist.
We've created it to exist.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the so when I went through after I was studying as a Hebrew Israelite, I got into the Gnosticism.
Damn, and shit. You went deep.
Right. I went into it all. And during this time, it was a dude channel named Sinetta TV. You had Brother Polite. They was really Carson. All of them was already like Polite, Billy Carson, these cats was getting called out and being called scammers then. Before he even became the forbidden knowledge he is now.
You going back. Okay.
So that's why I was saying, like, they've been saying this for years.
So what's your take on it, though?
At the end of the day, my detachment say, I don't give a fuck, because he scammed me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. We ain't go to his church.
If anything, he's gotten some of the most precious and most valuable shit that we possess, which is my time and my attention. I've paid him. It just wasn't physical.
Yeah, okay, for sure. Yeah.
But do you think that you got scammed?
From what you giving him?
Nah, not necessarily, because based on the information that he spews, I rock with it, and it's in alignment with what I study too. So I feel like it's more bricks I can use to goddamn build my house with.
So you have discernment based upon who he is as an avatar, as a businessman.
Absolutely.
Because let's be honest, everything is branding. Correct. Let's be honest, McDonald's don't show you the kitchen. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Correct. So at that point, like, that's why I don't really be mad about that shit.
That shit disgusting. I used to work in that bitch.
Right? So they put on a commercial, they make that shit look good.
Facts, right?
I don't think it look good, but to each his own, right? So that's my thing, though. Like I said, people can pick apart the bad things that we done, but at the same time, the information that we're giving from our spirit, people can resonate with it. Correct. And that's the truth.
Correct.
Yo, that's crazy. So you went through the Israelite stage?
Hell yeah, boy. I was, man, and what once I debunked that and found the fallacy in that, because it's a ton of fallacy in that, because the demiurge, that whole energy that I'm talking about from Gnosticism and all that.
Is that where you at now?
Where Gnosticism?
Yeah, is that like...
No, I'm beyond the Gnosticism now too, because it's like, shit, in order to 100% just flat out agree with Gnosticism will tell you, because I told you, like, in Gnosticism, the humans are nothing different than the rest of the animals on this planet. We're just another animal. We just know how to put houses together.
Hey, I feel like that way. Right? I ain't gonna lie.
You feel me?
Yeah,
I feel that way.
This is the crazy thing about Gnosticism, because in everything else that's in esotericism, right? Esotericism tells you that by you being a carbon 9 ether being, right, that you're the most divine thing to ever manifest on this planet. Like, straight up, it's a reason why everything comes forth
I
from
feel
that.
that way too, though.
You feel me? So,
I feel like we divine and we not over them, but I feel like, that's why I don't try to kill animals and stuff like that. Of course, I eat them every once in a while and stuff like that. But I'm the type of nigga, all right, bro, I see wasp or something in my house, or I be trying to get these niggas out. I don't try to just
right. For sure.
I stuck that bitch time like, get these niggas out. But I can see how I ain't more intelligent than these niggas because they can do some intelligent ass shit. Like birds don't need a compass.
For sure. Yeah, nigga.
They can go fly where I want to go. I'm going to the south. Nah, all right, shit. We going.
We gonna be
like, how we gonna get there? Shit. Right. I need to know where I'm at. You feel me? So I'm like, but we're intelligent in our different way that they don't.
In our own dimension.
Yeah, you feel me? In our own type of way.
Correct. This is the crazy thing. I said in narcissism, you got to agree with the idea that because we are all just animals on this planet, we're all beasts on this planet. That the strongest, you know what I'm saying? The most intelligent is who reigns supreme. You get what I'm saying? And so when you look at that on a physical plane, based on how society is, the dominant society looks like what? Something that doesn't look like you.
Yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? So you feel me? So it's just like, wait, hold on. And narcissism has its own things too that you'll be like, I can't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Everything got its thing.
At the end of the day, like I said, I took all of the knowledge that I got from that and I just kept using it to build. So now I'm just flat out a cult, period.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, so what's your belief now? Like, where are you?
So
now?
My belief now is like, yes, we say we're gods and all of that, right? But even when you study esotericism, even when you study narcissism, a god is just a creator being. It's still a lower frequency being. You see what I'm saying? And God and the creator are two totally different things, although the terms are used synonymously most of the time. You see what I'm saying? Most people, when they saying God, they're thinking creator. But when you get into study,
there's really multiple gods. Yeah, you see how there's multiple gods.
Exactly.
And somebody created them.
Exactly.
Something created them.
And the crazy thing is what created the gods is the etheric thought. Because what's God to a man? What's the king to the whole Kanye?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? What is a god if I never even...
What's a god to a non-believer? Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what that song was, an esoteric song. Folks don't even know that. That little part that Frank Lucas sang, that was a song that was designed at that time to wake motherfuckers up. The ones who caught tune, they
caught that. They were like, "Damn, y'all heard that, right?"
Woke them up to some shit. Like it made you question some.
I started thinking, like, hold on, he ain't saying that for no reason, bro.
Right?
You feel me?
And then at that, we hadn't even heard nobody put some shit like that on a track.
Nah, facts.
And made it sound.
And it was a rap.
Sound good.
Yeah. Like I'm riding to this bitch. Like, so imagine the nigga who's a Christian, who's in a big ass conundrum, but he can't help the fact that he loves this song.
Crazy.
It's tapping him in.
Yeah.
He's transforming off of that song. You feel me?
For sure.
So like, Watch the Throne, bro. That shit, man. Magna Carta, man. These niggas been on this shit for a long time.
They know.
Jay, man. This nigga Jay is such a high-ranking Freemason. It don't make no sense.
So where do you stand? Like, all right. So me, like for me, I'm gonna use me as an example. For me, I don't identify as nothing, or I identify as everything. Does that make sense? Because I believe everything is a piece. Everything has a cryptic message hidden inside. So do you identify as anything?
Esoterically, I identify as nothing, right? My humanity and my ego wants me to put some type of title or label on it. You know what I'm saying? And I could only, most of the time, express myself physically or as a human anyway, right? But if I'm on my God talk, I don't identify as anything because I'm in the shade of gray. It's that space.
For sure.
That nigga is going crazy.
You feel me? So esoterically, bro, because if I identify as anything or the other, then that's an unbalanced scale.
Then you giving away your power. That's like that's how I feel too. And I be telling people like, and I told somebody this. I don't know if I told you this shit, but like I was at the studio one day and this dark skinned girl, she was like, "What are you?" Because I be saying nigga. So I already knew. like I said, bro, I overstand everything.
For sure.
Right? So I know what you trying to do.
Yeah.
You trying to pull my card in front of the niggas.
Yeah.
So she said, what are you? And I said, I was like, how you want me to answer your question? What do you mean? What am I? I said, because I'm God. And she was like, you're God? I said, yeah, I'm God. I said, the moment that I identify as black like you want me to, or a nigga like you want me to, the moment that I'm claiming something that is outside of me, right? And she was like, I feel like you can only say that if you light skin. You can only say that because you're light skinned. I said no, because if you talk to the people who live in like Africa and Sudan and all these different places, right? They not gonna sit here and tell you that they black. They're not gonna say that they a nigga. They gonna tell you they tribe. They gonna tell you their heritage. They gonna tell you what city they from in a sense, or whatever they call them out there. What are they called? Territories, right?
Yeah, tribes.
So at that point, you trying to put me in this little box, and I was like, that's the thing. Like when I talk about God. Anytime I talk about God, people instantly think like I'm trying to create this ego where I look down on people, and that's the issue. When I say that I'm God, I say that I'm one with the source, right? I'm connected to the divine power. But the moment that I identified to anything outside of me, even when I speak, even when I say I am a God, that is putting it in a confinement. The real key is to say nothing at all. Back to what you said, I identify as nothing. God dwells outside of existence. If you really want to see God, you would have to be on the outside of existence.
The observer.
So me trying to tell you something that cannot be put into words, you won't even understand. And it was crazy because she really thought, she was like, you sound like a Kevin Gates type of nigga, light-skinned nigga. And I'm like, this is what's the issue with the culture. The moment I sit here and tell you I'm a God, the moment you sit here and try to belittle me. And the thing about it is like, the only reason why you question me is because you felt like I wasn't a piece of what you are.
Correct.
Knowing that we are the same.
Correct.
And that was the issue. Like, that's why I asked you, all right, so what you identify as like, what you tell people this and that. And like, I be having to tell people, I'm like, this is the thing. If I talk to people like this, I talk like a monster, like a villain, right? Back to what I was saying, like a villain. If I tell you I'm God, right? The moment you hear that, some type of fucking error goes into your head and you say, what do you mean?
Yeah,
what do you mean you're God? You're not God. God is in the...
People be switching it up for sure.
Well, if you're God, then
do this.
Just make a chair pop up, and knowing it's stupid. That's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That's the most ignorant shit ever. But you're absolutely correct. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this, and then goddamn, I'm a rock. But just like what you were saying, bro, when you said, you having to explain to her or put into words, right? In the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Remember
which one?
Okay, I watched that one. I watched both.
My boy.
What's my boy who goddamn skate and shit with is it Quill? Quinn?
Yeah.
Quill, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? His
Star-Lord.
The captain.
The planet. The nigga who's the planet. His real dad, or not the blue nigga, right?
The blue nigga.
Oh, the blue. You talking about the blue nigga? Okay.
That was them showing. That was a Gnostic story too. That was him showing y'all demiurge energy. Because remember, he had to duplicate himself. Remember?
Yeah.
And they was like, and what they called it the ego. That literally was like his name, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was.
His name was called Ego.
I can't remember that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Go back and watch the movie, man. But the point that I'm making is he felt he couldn't resist the urge and the need to express himself. He wanted to replicate himself as much as he could, and he wanted to put that shit in every single inch and fucking cracking space across the entire
because he wanted to. That's exactly what the universe did. That's exactly what. Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Nah, that's facts.
You feel me? That's low vibration, no shit.
That's crazy.
You feel me? So like, you know what I mean? And I wanted to say that, and there was something else I wanted to hit on too. But shit, I done forgot about it now at this point. But at the end of the day, man, bringing it all around, yes, bro. I esoterically identify as nobody, as nothing. Some of the deepest movies you see, that's what you will see the character say. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, who are you? And they'll be like, I am nobody.
They'll be like, I am nothing.
And they in the process of being some type of initiate. into some type of new, you know what I'm saying?
For sure,
new system
for sure.
that's about to
Take over the world.
everything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
I am nobody.
Man.
You feel me? So that's where you want to be. But this is the crazy thing, because here's that law of correspondence again. This is why I love this shit, because never be afraid of shit that's hypocritical. You know what I'm saying?
Because to be nobody, you got to be somebody.
Exactly. Exactly. Like and unlike are alike. You dig what I'm saying?
Fire.
Dead ass serious. You feel me? Like, that's the dopest shit about it. Because yes, although we know that the space of God lies in the shade of gray or in the middle of the spectrum, meanwhile, balance represents stagnancy. So you need the imbalance. That's the craziest shit.
Bars.
You need the imbalance. Protons and neutrons are always in motion. They don't just stay balanced.
So I need to be depressed. Back to the beginning. So I need to be depressed.
In order to literally never experience it again, you have to experience love to know what hate is. You have to experience hate to know what love is.
That's facts.
Shit. You feel me?
Because one without the other means nothing would exist.
Nothing.
We only know love.
It's no
or we
purpose.
only know hate. You know love, yeah. You feel me? You know love because of hate because of love.
All right, so we could end it on there. All right, so we're going to do it like this.
Yes, sir.
All right, every time we end,
Oh, for sure.
I'm going to have you do the book. You got a book for me, and I'm going to have you do the quote of the day.
Ooh.
Let's do it. Do the book first.
No,
It's him. He gonna
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm going to do the book just because I seen it. All right, I just read a little bit of the last week. Think and Grow Rich. Forgot who made the book.
Napoleon Hill.
Napoleon Hill. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And he got another one, The Outwitting the Devil, too.
Yep.
Outwitting the Devil is my shit.
Yeah, you need to go ahead and take the
That
time
shit
and watch
like that,
and read that, too, for sure. I'm going to give y'all two from the same person.
For sure.
Go
That's
ahead.
real. My quote is one of my most favorite rap lyrics, because if you use this doing some magic, you really can for real manifest some shit. Those lyrics are: you a paper chaser, you got your block on fire, remain in the G till the moment you expire. You know what it is to make nothing out of something. You handle your biz, no more crying, no more suffering. You write that shit down, write it 5 times, 10 times, recite that shit, have your eyes closed, stare at a candle, make sure you got your elements right there,
Yeah.
Put $1 right there, a silver dollar, a penny, I don't give a shit what the fuck you do. But you go ahead and get out there and you manifest some motherfucking money, man. For real, for real.
Manifest that money.
All right, till next time. If you like this podcast, make sure you hit a like, a subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. Make sure you Google us. Make sure you share this with your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, and anybody who needs it. Till next time, peace, love, and light. Big Swim.
I'm on the way. I'm on the way. My vibration got too damn high. I got stuck in the clouds.